measure? What's your poison? What's your pleasure? Oh, my city, she never sleeps. My city, she never weeps. My city, she keeps me alive. Give it up for my city, oh, oh. Give it up for my city, oh, oh. Give it up for my city, oh, oh, oh. Give it my city, my city. My city, my city. Where do you go when your heart's with a fever? When she's cruel, but you won't leave her. Oh, here we are, all the freaks and believers, all the sweet neon dreamers. Oh, my city. My city, she never sleeps. My city, she never weeps. My city, she keeps me alive. Give it up for my city, oh, oh. Give it up for my city, oh, oh. Give it up for my city, oh, oh, oh. Give it
What's the story, SmackDown fans? Tonight's topics on the Wrestle Story include
R-Truth and the 7-Eleven Championship are in trouble.
Big E returns to action.
And Miz TV with none other than Shane McMahon.
All that and more coming up. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the Wrestle Story, where we discuss all things wrestling, the legends of the past, the superstars of the present, and the trailblazers of the future. We stream every Monday after Raw, every Tuesday after SmackDown, every Wednesday after NXT, and after every pay-per-view. Tonight we are a little later than normal because some of us were not here, so
Yeah.
we had to, start late. But it was better late than never.
Yeah, so we're here to recap this epic edition of SmackDown, to say the least.
Can you tell the excitement in her voice?
I prefer Raw this week, in my opinion. It was better. SmackDown was pretty bad. I didn't like tonight's SmackDown.
Pretty weak. Yeah.
I didn't like it. There were bits and pieces that were okay, and there were others that just completely sucked. Like this opening segment. So, we opened the show with Miz TV. And I'm like sitting here, I'm like, oh, awesome. Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Who's gonna be on Miz TV, might you ask? Well, it's Drew McIntyre, Elias, and Shane McMahon.
But just think about it. Shane McMahon didn't actually start the show.
No, he didn't. But
They were going to have him on Miz TV. This way nobody can say Shane McMahon seems to start all shows.
Whatever, I'm still gonna say Shane McMahon starts all shows
Just
because
saying.
he does. So Miz comes out and he's like,
I was trying to twist it and be,
creative.
yeah.
There's no way you can twist this. Shane was at the beginning of the show.
Sorry, man.
So, Miz is like, well, he comes out, he does his, he's like, hey people, how's it going? The crowd is like, woo boo, woo boo, and he's like, yeah, the feeling's mutual. And, he's like, I've been given these cards, my script, so I make sure I say everything correctly and don't screw up. So, welcome to the must-see TV show, Miz TV. Tonight's guest is the person who Roman Reigns will be facing at Stomping Grounds, Drew McIntyre, and what does this say? There's a smudge. There's a smudge on my card. What does my card say? He's like, the pest of the world? Is that right? Does that sound right to everybody? The pest of the world? I think that sounds right. All right, so we have Drew McIntyre on my show, and the pest of the world. Wait. No, sorry. I gotta say it the right way. And the pest of the world, Shane McMahon. This is the only redeeming quality of this segment. Just saying. That was it.
It was pretty funny, though.
The pest of the world.
I thought it was good the way he did it.
It was good the way he did it. That, like I said, that was the only redeeming quality of this segment. The pest of the world.
Yeah.
That was it. Everything after this pretty much sucked. So get ready for the roller coaster of that we call Shane McMahon. So, the Shane and Miz saga pretty much continues. It's very simple here. You know, Shane's like, well, I came out here to talk about, you know, how I'm going to beat up my favorite wrestling program is on. Hi,
Thanks,
guys.
Elijah.
Well, I'm glad it's your favorite wrestling program. It was my favorite. This is my favorite wrestling program tonight too, if I'm being completely honest, because SmackDown completely sucked. So the Shane and Miz saga continues. Y'all know how we feel about this.
Well, I think a lot of people feel the same way. Shane is being used too much. It's ridiculous how much he's on. They really need to, like,
They
end
could have
him.
anybody else. They could put anybody else in this position, and we would be fine.
Yeah.
But the thing is, they choose Shane. Export, what's up? I feel like I was watching Raw because of Shane. See, that's the thing. He's now opening
Everything?
everything. He's on every show, every week, no matter what it is, and quite frankly, it's starting to make me a little mad.
How do you really feel?
I'm a little mad.
All right, good.
I'm
Now we get that
annoyed.
straightened out.
I'm annoyed because I just don't like Shane anymore. They've overdone him so much. It's like me not liking Baron Corbin. They put him on my television so much. I have no reason but to just hate him.
Well,
Because he's on TV
the thing
way
is-
too much.
Yeah, he is. But you know why? You know why I don't like him.
He just sucks.
Well, he sucks. But I mean, the fact that you have 10,000 wrestlers you don't use, and you keep putting Shane McMahon on.
That's frustrating.
I mean,
His wrestling, he's pretending to be a wrestler, but he's a bad wrestler.
yeah.
And it's no fun. And just stop. So they're desperate for heels. The thing is, they have so many people they could make somebody a heel. They don't have to use Shane.
Like I said, you got 10,000 wrestlers, and you use, 10 of them.
This just really, it made me mad the way they opened the show because it was stupid. It was stupid. I'll talk more about it when we're done here. But Shane and The Miz, they kind of go back and forth. Shane's like, I came out here to talk about, how I beat up Roman Reigns. And Drew is here to talk about his match with Roman Reigns and how he's going to beat up Roman Reigns. There's a lot of Roman Reigns, but there was no Roman Reigns on the show. They just talked about him a lot. Miz, and I don't even remember what he said, but he was like, something about Miz. He had Miz's dad t-shirt on or whatever, and Miz did, not Shane. Shane would never be caught dead wearing a baked potato face on his shirt, because that's just not cool. But he was wearing a shirt, and he was like, oh, well, yeah, something about your father, and because Miz made some remark about him being from a stuck-up, snobby family, father, business, Vince. And then he was like, you got a baked potato father, too. And then he, stood up and, got all angry, and they got in each other's faces, and he was like, well, you know what? I'm Shane O'Mac. I have a win over Roman. What is this? 1-0. And what is this? Now you have Miz, and I have 2 wins over you, you fool. You've never won against me. And Miz was like, well, let's change that. And then Shane was like, well, maybe, just maybe, I'll give you another opportunity at me because I'm a nice guy. But first, you got to get through Elias and Drew. Oh, also while we're here, Elias was also out here. He put on a little concert at the beginning. It was the worst concert I've ever seen in my life. They've ruined Elias.
I agree.
They've ruined him. 100%. I used to love him, dude. back at the Royal Rumble, they did that whole Jeff Jarrett thing, and then after that, I know a lot of people really don't like him because they feel like he's just a knockoff of Jeff Jarrett. But that's his character, bro. Like, I loved it. I hate him now. They've ruined him.
Well, I don't like what they're doing with him.
So, he's like, if you, Miz, can beat Elias and Drew, you'll get a match with me. So Miz gets the win against Elias.
Definitely export. I think what they're doing with Drew is totally ridiculous.
Yeah, we're going to talk about Drew here in just a minute. Because he should be doing other things. To say the least. Miz gets the win against Elias, but then Drew gets in the ring right after. It's like a gauntlet type match. Not loving it. Gauntlet matches are absolutely wonderful. Said nobody ever.
Well, if you have them once in a while, that's fine, but they have them quite frequently.
Stupid. So, Drew, he lost to Drew, but then Shane got in the ring and was like, you know what? We're going to have our match right now, because why not? Miz was down and out. He was on the mat. It was an easy win for Shane, right? And so they start the match. Miz fights back a little bit until Shane puts him in the triangle and he taps out.
Again, I don't like what they're doing with this. So what they're doing with Shane McMahon completely is like totally ridiculous. And I don't get the point of it. Why are they doing this with him?
They had Miz tap out.
I don't get it.
Okay.
If you want to make your wrestlers look bad and look weak.
Well, this is a good way to do it. Put Shane in the ring with him and put Shane up. They made Roman look absolutely terrible when they put him in the ring with Shane.
But even
and then they had him lose to him.
Look at, it's exports talking about Drew McIntyre doing something, and I think it makes him look bad by being in this whole faction with.
I swear to you, this better be to lead up to another. What this is gonna lead up to, because I can see it right now. Because Shane's got to be involved somewhere. It's going to end with Drew ending up. I hope Drew turns on Shane. And then we're probably going to get a series of Drew versus Shane matches.
I'm sure we will.
Because that's just the way it works. They did the exact same thing with Miz. And Miz made mention of that tonight. He was like, Drew. Just get out while you still can, bro. He's going to do the same thing he did to me. He's going to turn on you. He's only going to use you for right now because he needs you. And then he's going to turn around and he's going to stomp all over your face.
Yep.
And then you're going to be in the same position I was.
Well, again, it's the same, they're repeating the same storylines over and over again, and it gets kind of old.
Mm-hmm. Terrible way to open the show. This took up, bro, I swear to you, by the time I looked at the clock, it was like 7:30. I was like, Jesus. Like, 30 minutes into the show, and all we've seen is Shane McMahon. Tonight wasn't even, like, enjoyable.
Well, they could definitely do something with it and make it look better.
It wasn't good at all. It's horrible. Get Shane. Bottom line is, they use Shane way too much. He needs to just go on a vacation, get stuck on a tropical island, and never return. Like, please. I'd be down for that. Anybody else down for that? Just have Shane, like, get stuck on a tropical island. He can live off of coconuts for a while. I don't care. Get him off my TV. Every time he gets on my TV, it just goes downhill from there. The mood is up high, okay, going into the show. I'm like, woohoo! SmackDown Live! And then you put freaking Shane on my TV and you ruin my mood.
Yeah, I mean, it's overuse, and I don't know what they're doing with it.
Stupid.
So then we have
Mandy and Ember backstage. Yes. Once again, another one of these dumb segments with Mandy and her magazines, and Ember Moon was playing on her Switch, I think is what it was. And Shane may be writing his own segments.
It might be. I don't know, but they need to figure out what they're going to do with...
Get rid of Shane. This is an easy fix.
Well, it is.
Just get rid of Shane. Hold on. I'm confused. Hello. Andrew. Hello.
Hi, Andrew.
I'm confused. So you do like Shane? No, we don't like Shane. I'm pretty sure you're being sarcastic. We don't like Shane. We don't like Shane. The very simple way to fix this situation is to get rid of Shane. Like, a lot of people will be real happy. The champ is here.
Hi,
wow,
Anthony.
he can use that line, and it's legitimate because he's the champ. I mean, wow. Yes, hello, Anthony, our prediction champion. That's the way this works. When you're the champ, you get introduced as the champ. It's a privilege. It's a privilege.
Yeah.
Anyways, the simple way you fix it, you get Shane off the everywhere, and he just. What'd you do?
Nothing. Just keep going.
The simple way to fix it is get Shane off. It's just a lot of people will be happy after this. So Mandy and Ember backstage. She's playing. Ember's playing on her Switch or something. Mandy and Sonya walk up. They throw these magazines at her. It's the same, pretty much the same segment as like last week. Only Ember Moon didn't rip up the magazines. So it's like pettiness, and it's dumb. And the women's division right now, it's weak. I'm sorry, I said it.
Well, it's weak because they make it weak.
It's weak.
It's not because of anything any of the wrestlers have done. They've made it weak. They've
made it weak, 100%.
And
I'm so disappointed.
Division, like,
no,
totally
I don't
pointless.
even. It's like the Divas division.
But think about it.
We have gone.
Okay, but think about
from this women's evolution back to throwing magazines at one another. What are we doing? Okay, can we actually have the women get in the ring every once in a while? Not just give them one match that lasts a total of 5 minutes. Okay? Give them something longer than that.
So here's a question.
Because you were before,
here's a question.
And now you're not.
Okay, but here's a question. Outside of about 5 or 10 men's wrestlers who,
They need to do the same thing. They need to do the same thing for the men's division. They do.
I don't know.
They have to do the same thing for the men's division too. But it stands out a lot more in the women's division because they've come so far. From being the Divas division to now being whatever we are now. Which I'd go as far to say as being like the Divas division once again. Hey Scott, how's it going? So I Chad Gable on 205 Live. He looks like a Walmart version of EC3. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. He had a small segment here on, I almost said Raw tonight. Here on SmackDown. See, I'm talking about Raw because Raw was so much better than SmackDown this week. That doesn't happen very often, but it was. No, but he had a small segment here tonight where he talked to Apollo Crews or whatever and was, like, taking notes. He, like, cut his hair. It's, like, real short now and not long, and it's just, like, a character change. And since they split him and Robert Roode up from their tag team thing, they both have, like, changed their characters, and it's very... I really enjoyed SmackDown outside of Shane. Interesting. I did not. I feel that this SmackDown was pretty bad. Comparing it to Raw, I prefer Raw.
Yeah, I don't think it was as good as Raw.
No. Raw was better, in my opinion.
And Raw was better than it has been, but I didn't think it was great.
I mean, yeah. And generally, I say I really like SmackDown. Because that's just the way that works. SmackDown is generally better. Yeah. But it was not.
What was you writing on that notepad? The reasons for WWE is not good as
I don't know, man. He's taking notes on something. Everything. He's like, wow, Shane cuts really long promos. We should fix that. Saudi shows are absolute garbage. Let's not do those anymore. The women's division has gone to the bottom of the trash can. No, wait, sorry. It's been flushed down the toilet. Yep, that sounds better.
Raw was a little better than SmackDown?
Uh-huh.
I would say so. Neither one was great.
I prefer Raw. SmackDown, in my opinion, was worse.
Well, I mean...
Sorry, I'm trashing on it. Shane, I told you. Shane completely ruined this show for me. Completely ruined it.
Well, it's not just about Shane. I mean,
no, he really ruined it though.
Okay,
just the segment in the beginning,
you hate Shane.
No, and I really do.
I mean, I dislike Shane too.
It just ruined the rest of the mood for the show for me. Like I said, there were a couple redeeming qualities of the show, like Big E returned, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. And Mella had a really bright spot, and I thought Sonya and Mella both were shown really, really well tonight, but
Yeah, definitely not saying much.
those are about it, man. Like, this show it sucked.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
So, we were talking about Mandate Ember. This is dumb. Women's division, dumb. They need to fix it. Dumb. So, then we have Bryan and Rowan, who come out, and they're the people on commentary like, oh, Bryan and Rowan are going to be in action next. And then we go to commercial break. Wow, lucky us. Then I put up a tweet and I was like, wow, Bryan and Rowan are in action next. Find out if it will be a match against some jobbers, just like the Iconics had yesterday, or what? ... We come back from commercial break. I'm like, oh my god! They're against some freaking jobbers! Some jobbers! That's the way I'm saying jobbers from here on out. Jobbers! This was stupid! What?
Well,
Why?
again, you're tag team.
Wait. I see what we're doing here. I got it. Our tag team champions can only face jobbers from here on out. I have figured it out. 2 days in a row. We got the Iconics versus some jobbers. We got Bryan and Rowan versus some jobbers. Wow. I figured it out. Wow. It's all come full circle. Well, that was a triangle. It's come full triangle.
The funny thing is the jobbers have seen more action on TV than a lot of the actual
tag team stuff. So this match was for the... Okay, so we have Bryan and Rowan, who are the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, versus these two jobbers, who happen to be the Yolo County Tag Team Champions. And this is a unification match. You got that, people? We are unifying the SmackDown Tag Team Championships and the Yolo County Tag Team Championships. I was so excited to watch this match go down. You have no idea how happy I was to see. I was so excited. YOLO County Tag Team Champions. I mean, come on. Come on. Everybody wants to see them, right?
Stephanie's going to have to come back and save him because right now the women's division is terrible. Right now I think the men's division is terrible with a lot of the stuff they're doing with them. I mean... And
it's more obvious with the women's division, in my opinion.
Okay, but I don't know that it's so much worse. I mean, look at the men's division. Like, the whole division itself...
I guess, like I said, what I mean is it's more obvious because the women's division was doing so well, and now it's not. And it's really obvious that it's not good now, as opposed to the men's division, where they still at least have... It's not super obvious that it's trash. You know what I'm saying?
Is it?
In my opinion, I don't know. What does everybody else think? Because I feel that it's just more obvious that the women's division is crappier than the men's division right now. That's just me. I know they both suck. But in my opinion, it's more obvious because the women's division was doing so well before.
Well, look at the men's division. I mean, look what happened here with Bryan and Rowan. I mean, Heavy Machinery comes out and... says, what happened to our challenge?
We were challenging for those tag team titles.
And then,
hasn't happened yet, homies.
Daniel Bryan says, prove yourselves by fighting these jobbers.
No. You didn't say it right.
Oh, sorry. Jobbers. Is that better?
Jobbers!
That's better.
See,
and so then Heavy Machinery gets the win. So what are they doing? I mean, what is the point of this?
You just gotta leave the jobbers to me.
I don't. So, when you say the men's division's better, they're not doing anything with the men's division either.
I don't mean like the men's division is better, because the men's division is bad. I just feel like it's more obvious because the women's division was doing so well. And now it obviously is not. And you can tell.
Yeah.
That's the point I'm trying to get across.
They just don't put them on. I mean, if you don't put them on TV, then, of course, obviously, they're not going to be, pushed and everything else.
So, yeah, Heavy Machinery, they got the win. And, so, apparently, we're still supposed to see them challenge for the tag team titles.
When they said they were giving new people a chance, it meant the jobbers.
So, I'm still expecting to see Heavy Machinery. WWE's getting lazy now. Mm-hmm.
Oh, definitely. But they better step up their game. I mean, they're going to have to.
We might just have to fix this mug and put an A-E-W on it. Or just A-E, leave the W there. Because I might not be able to support them anymore. No, that's an absolute lie. I don't support Shane. I support everything.
Well, just a lot of the things they're doing is just ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just Shane. It's a lot.
No, a lot of
the
it is
stuff they're
Shane
doing.
though, because Shane just ruins the show for me.
Well, he does, but I mean, it's a lot of the stuff they're doing.
I know it's mostly the whole show. Right now, sorry, I'm just real negative because Shane ruined the show for me. He just did.
So then we
I'm
have
a grumpy Gus.
Mella and Truth backstage.
This segment was really good. I thought this was really funny. I liked the 7-Eleven Championship segment yesterday, but this was pretty good too. So Truth starts off by being like, "Oh my gosh, the 7-Eleven Championship is causing me nothing but trouble, but I can't let it go." And Mella was like, "Truth, there's somebody coming. Shh, be quiet. Get in this box. This conveniently placed box right here." and Truth is like, "Oh, okay. Oh, there's a bug. What the heck?"
Got him. Don't worry.
Okay, good.
Killed him.
We killed the bug. We're all good. No, but Mella's like, "Get in the box. Somebody's coming." And he's like, "Okay, cool." So he hops in the box, but he's like, "Don't lock it." And Mella shuts the lid, and the person walks by, and it's like some producer dude. And then she turns around to open the box, and R-Truth is like, "Let me out of here." And she's like, "I locked it. I locked the box." "Truth, I'll figure out how to get you out. I'll figure out how to get you out of here. I locked you in the box." And Truth is like, "I'm running out of air. My 7-Eleven Championship is running out of air. You gotta hurry up. I only have 2 breaths left." And then this other producer guy walks up and is like, "Carmella, you gotta go get ready for a match with Sonya Deville." And she's like, "Truth, I'll be back. Stay here." He's like, I'm not going anywhere. I'm locked in a box. Duh. Stupid. So, Carmella leaves. And down the hallway, we see Jinder Mahal. He walks up, and you can hear Truth screaming. It's like, 2 breaths left. I only have 2 breaths left. I gotta get out of this box. And he's like, he turns his Carmella voice on, and he's like, "Oh, Truth, it's me, Carmella. Stay in the box. I'm gonna go get a crowbar to let you out." He's like, "Well, I'm not going anywhere." So we're left with that. We'll continue our story in just a little bit after these next couple of matches.
Yes.
So then we have Sonya Deville versus Carmella.
Hey, there's a women's match.
In my opinion, this was the best match on the card. It was really good. It was a really good match.
And you get your women's match.
Yeah, we actually got 2.
See?
But,
Isn't that more than you had
Whatever.
in the last couple weeks?
Meh.
I mean, actual matches.
So this was my favorite match of the evening, the Sonya Deville versus Mella match. Really good spots for both of them. They both are really good in the ring. They're both really good in the ring. Sonya did this step up knee thing to finish, and it was really cool. And so Mandy of course got involved in the match per usual, and that kind of helped Sonya end up getting the win. I honestly, are they gonna push Sonya for the SmackDown Women's title? No, they're not. Who am I kidding? Alexa's gonna win it, and then he's gonna go back on Becky, so it's not gonna be Sonya.
I don't know what they're gonna do. I mean, right now they're again. Anthony said WWE's lazy. So who knows what they're gonna do? They just may repeat things over and over again and have no clue what they're gonna do.
Well, I thought that, like, I don't know, man. It's just difficult. I thought they were going to split up Sonya and Mandy, and then we would kind of get a feud between the two of them, and that would be interesting. But they're not, so...
Well, I think that they're kind of in limbo because...
But it really doesn't matter.
Well, you have, you have a tag team there.
But that's what I was going to say.
Tag team division.
They have a tag team, but, like, splitting them up would mean that they're not a tag team anymore. But that doesn't really matter because there's no tag team division. So they could have a feud with each other all they wanted right now. And it wouldn't matter. Yeah. They used to be contenders for yet another week. We don't see Asuka or Kairi Sane.
Well, it's almost like
works.
They have no clue. WWE has no clue who's on the roster.
It just makes sense.
Because they, like I said, they just keep showing the same people over and over and over again.
No sense whatsoever.
So Sonya gets the win.
Good match. Good match.
Yeah, definitely a good match.
So then we have another Alexa and Nikki segment backstage. I want Nikki to do something.
I think she will.
That something would be get away from Alexa. Because
she's going to.
Causing trouble.
I just have a feeling that see, right now, for 5 hours that they have that they could use, I think that they could use a lot more wrestlers than they do, Anthony. I know it's probably overcrowded, but they have enough time in there. I mean, with all these little segments, these promos that they put out there for like 30 minutes, that you don't need a 30-minute promo. You should be able to get your point across, things across in like 10, 15 minutes.
Or if you're
tops.
Shane McMahon, you need... if you were Shane McMahon, you get an hour-long promo or a 45-minute long promo, because, that's what we do here.
Yes. Bring back my NXT Nikki. I think... Okay, I don't know if WWE's this smart.
They're not. I don't know where you're going with this, but they're not.
I think that she will come back. I think that Alexa's going to... Nikki's going to find out Alexa's just using her, and then Nikki's, like, going to snap and, like, become, the NXT Nikki. That's just my opinion.
I just hope so.
But,
because it's Nikki right now. I'm not going to lie. I don't like it very much.
I don't know if I like where they're going because it's like, okay... So you have the good Nikki who's all excited and happy and everything.
I don't like it. I just don't like it. They're using Alexa to introduce Nikki. Yes, kind of.
If they are, they're doing it the wrong way. Because they're taking Nikki out of, like, the character she was.
Bro!
So I hope... I mean, I can understand...
Bro!
Hey, you're not Matt Riddle, so just quit.
Nikki had a match later in the evening. They didn't even let her come out to her own flippin' entrance.
Yeah.
They had her come out to Alexa's entrance. You gotta be joking me. Are you kidding?
Okay, but here's the thing. I think it's all setting up, and maybe if Alexa wins the title, maybe there's going to be a push for Nikki to do something, or maybe she's going to cost Alexa the title, and then there's going to be a feud between Alexa and Nikki.
Maybe,
which would be a good storyline. I mean, it's a storyline that's being created. I want to see where they're going with this before I criticize what's happening with this. I want to, if Alexa is like, okay, Nikki's kind of become like all happy about having a friend and everything, and then if Alexa turns on her,
a friend in me.
Yeah, Alexa turns on her, and like stabs her in the back, and Nikki like goes postal on, Alexa, I think that it would make it interesting.
Well, I mean, I do. I guess I see. I see that happening. I feel like we're taking forever to get there. So, it was another one of those segments. And then we have...
See, the problem is people want things to happen right away.
No, it's not even like... But the thing is, we've seen this particular thing. It's like the same thing. Like, the last... I don't even know. How long have they been a tag team together?
I don't know, but you keep it going until... And this is where we have the issue. You need to keep things going like this up until you get a pay-per-view that's coming up. And maybe, a couple weeks before the pay-per-view, then you start to see the switch. And then you have your matches announced for the pay-per-view.
The problem was that, if we're building up to a pay-per-view or whatever, they did this too early then.
Why?
Because they've been doing it for several weeks now, and we had to get through Super Showdown first, which didn't even feature them on the card. And so they had these segments happening. And then we have 2 weeks till the Stomping Grounds. So,
Okay, but you have to get Alexa, into something. I mean, maybe she becomes a champion. Maybe Nikki ends up costing her the title by accident, and then Alexa turns on her. I mean, this is where, you have to have stuff built up.
I don't know, man. Remember, that's what happened with Nia Jax and Alexa. Okay, speaking of Nia Jax, that made me think of something else. I'll talk about that in a little bit. Has to do with women. Has to do with Lacey. Because saw stuff after we were done about after the show, and I just kind of want to touch on that because we just have to. We talk about wrestling, and so that's what we're going to do. And I want to hear people's thoughts on it. So, New Day and Dolph and Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn promo. The New Day portion was good. The beginning. I thought the beginning was real good. It was really funny. Big E made some comment. He was like, you know what? With the amount of returns that I've had, I would have been booked, booked as well as Charlotte Flair or something like that.
Yeah, something
about Charlotte Flair. I don't even remember what it was, but it was really funny. And then he was like, it's a booking joke, like planes, like flights. And people were like, that was funny. And then Xavier Woods was like, oh, well, let's just get this done here. We got to have our match tonight so then I can get back to E3, which is happening right now, the video game stuff, which was funny. And so they had a couple, really funny spots in there. And I thought it was the good promo. And it was really just for Big E for coming back.
Yeah.
Being like, yo, what's up, homies? I'm back. I'm glad he's back. A lot of people are like, he's going to turn heel. Do you guys think Big E's going to turn heel? I don't. I feel like they can't.
I don't think he's going to turn heel now.
They can't.
I thought he would before, but I don't think he's going to now. I think after the way Kevin Owens did his thing to, the New Day, or in particular.
You know what? I was thinking about this. And with Dolph and Kevin and Sami, obviously they came out and they talked and stuff, and it was boring and nobody cared. It was the same thing. It should have been me! Promo. That's the Dolph has cut, the last several weeks. I understand why they brought Dolph in to do Super Showdown. They had to build up to something there because Kevin and Sami weren't going. And Kevin was the big storyline at that point in time. And we were both kind of like, well, why'd they bring Dolph Ziggler in? Makes no sense. Well, what the heck was that? Oh, it's your phone. I get it because Kevin wasn't going. And they had to have some big match for Kofi. So I get it. They're just finally putting 2 and 2 together.
Well, I think the big thing right now is you brought in a third guy.
But we're still continuing with Kevin and Sami.
We are, but you have the New Day now with all three of them back.
And
so you have
Dolph.
the three with adding Dolph adds
Yeah.
a third person there. So now you can have a
Woo! Our
a
favorite!
6-man tag.
6-man tag matches! I heard Stomping Ground ticket sales are pretty bad at the moment.
It
Honestly,
wouldn't shock
I'm not
me.
shocked.
I mean, why would anybody want to see the same matches that you just saw?
Good point. All the matches that they have on the card this far are rematches from either WrestleMania, Money in the Bank, or Super Showdown. What? I'm shocked nobody wants to go see that.
Well, and I think one of the issues people have is even if they threw a shocker in there, some other match just at the last second, I don't think anybody really wants to go see anything that's going on right now. I mean, the way they've done all of this, there's no storylines. That, again, I've said they use the same, 12 people over and over and over again. And it's like you said, Export, the way they use Sami and Kevin in both shows. Why? Why are we not, creating storylines with other people.
Oh my
Why
gosh.
are we not,
Speaking of Sami Zayn.
making these storylines better? Because these storylines right now just are terrible.
Speaking of Sami Zayn, what did I say yesterday? I said, you know what? This man's going to come back from the beating, from the dead, from anywhere which way he has gone to. He's going to come back, and he's going to be on SmackDown tomorrow. Well, after the chair beating he was given by Seth Rollins last night, where was he? He was on SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I'm shocked. I'm so good. I can see the future.
They should never go back to... Yeah, I agree. I don't know why they go over there anyway.
Stupid.
Well,
It's stupid.
I know why they go. It's
He
all
makes
about,
a lot of money.
I was going to say, it's about money.
But it's stupid. So, yeah.
I mean, yeah. That's...
Word of the day. Stupid. STUIPD.
No, it's STUPID.
What?
You said STUIPD. UPID. Okay,
Sorry.
That way you showed your spelling excellence here.
I'm dyslexic.
And now everybody gets to see it. STUPID.
STUPID.
Yeah.
Sorry. I just transposed a couple letters.
Yeah.
That happens, okay, people? I'm dyslexic.
You
Sorry.
said stupid. 17 Saudi shows left. Yeah, I mean, it's ridiculous. I think it's all about money. That's all it's about.
Stomping Grounds is a dumb pay-per-view name. Why couldn't WWE bring back an old pay-per-view? Good question. Their marketing as it is like weird. I don't know, man. It's just weird marketing.
With having WCW and all that stuff, I mean, you have about 1,000 pay-per-view names that they could use that they've
It's just
trademarked.
weird the way that they're marketing it. Like, I don't know. I just don't. Not great. So we have that promo, and then we have an Aleister Black promo. This time he starts off in the dark. He's like, I want some challengers. Blah 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 blah. I will take great balls of fire. And people said that was a terrible pay-per-view.
Well, pay-per-view
Says a lot.
Pay-per-view will be what you make of it.
So
I think you try to tie the name of the pay-per-view into whatever.
Well, Stomping Grounds. Apparently, Lacey Evans with her, high heels. That screams Stomping Grounds too, doesn't it?
Oh yeah.
Right.
Definitely.
Right.
I mean, that's me.
I know. It screams Stomping Grounds, right? Just gonna go stomp around in those high heels, right?
Yeah.
Acting like a lady. No, but where was I going with this? Oh, Aleister Black. That's where I was going with this. He started his promo off in the dark, and he's like, I want somebody to come and challenge me. And then, like, some guy, I don't even know who it was. I don't even know if he, like, opened the door or whatever he did. But, like, the door opened, and then there was, like, just, like, light everywhere. And he was, like, yelling at the door.
Aleister Black is stuck in a promo room.
He opened the door, or somebody opened the door, and he just, like, screamed out. He was like, somebody, anybody, come and fight me, bro! Fight me! Give me a reason! Fight me! Come fight him, people. Somebody come to his door, knock on it, bust it down. I don't care, but come fight the dude. He wants a fight. Give him a fight.
Well, why are we doing this with him?
I don't know. Just put him in the ring. He doesn't need to cut promos.
Well, this makes him look dumb.
No, he just doesn't need to cut promos. His character is one of those characters. It's like The Undertaker. He doesn't need to cut promos.
Well, the promo's fine as long as it's few words, but they keep doing the promo over and over again, and so therefore it's,
Black was doing fine before all these promo videos. Yeah.
I'm cool with the promo
But he's doing too much talking.
That's just it. I mean, if it's serving a point of okay, my character's going to change a little bit.
Fade to black. That's all we
realize
need.
they can book him in a match, right? I'm not sure that they know.
No. Apparently, WWE realizes that they can only book him in a match at house shows, not on live television. House shows.
Yeah.
Sounds about right. No. If his promos were something simple like blah, 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 fade to black, I'd be cool with that. Like, very short words, 2-3 sentences at max, and then fade to black. Cool! He doesn't need anything further than that. His character speaks for itself. It's like The Undertaker coming out here cutting a 25-year-long promo like he did last week on Monday Night Raw, where he got cut off in the middle of it, might I add. It's like doing that. You don't do that. You just don't do that. It doesn't make any sense.
Well, again, I don't understand the whole idea behind the promo and like having it as long as
So
it
what's the purpose? There was no purpose.
Yeah, definitely no
Point
purpose.
blank, no purpose.
Yeah.
So, we have that. Then we have the Bayley. The Bayley.
The Bayley.
Not just Bayley, the Bayley. We have Bayley versus Nikki Cross with Alexa Bliss at ringside. So, yeah, Nikki Cross doesn't even come out to her own entrance. She comes out to Alexa's music.
I'm cool with that.
I'm not. Just let her do her thing.
I'm cool with it.
I understand
If the
they're going
storyline's
to go
going
with
somewhere, I'm
storyline,
cool
though.
with it.
If they're going somewhere with a storyline. If not, stupid.
Now,
let her do her own entrance.
Well, here in a couple weeks, I may go, that was a dumb idea, and that was stupid that they did it that way.
I personally think that they should just let her do her own entrance. It's just having Nikki come out to Alexa's music is just weird. So just let her come out by herself on music. Just let her. Good match. For the most part, Bayley ends up getting the win. Kind of shows Alexa. She does her elbow from the top rope. Kind of looks at Alexa when she doesn't. She's like, "Fight me, bro. Come at me. It's stomping grounds. That's gonna be you. You're gonna be like splat all over the floor." And so, yeah, that was that. Then we get another Truth video, and Truth. Well, Jinder Mahal comes back. He's walking down the hall. He's got a ref in one hand and a crowbar in the other. Walks down the hallway. He's like,
He's got a what?
a crowbar in one hand and a ref in the other.
Oh.
He walks down the hallway and he's like, "Where'd the box go? There was a box. It was right here. It disappeared. What the heck? Our Truth was in there. The 24/7/11 championship was in there. Where did it go?" So he's like talking to all these different people. He's like, "There was a box right here. Where'd it go? Who took it?" And then he talks to this one guy who's got like the forklift thing, and there's a box on it. It's the box that Truth is in. Jinder doesn't know that. The guy's like, "I don't know. I'm told to put these boxes in the back of the truck because they're heading to Los Angeles for Raw." And yeah, so Truth is being shipped off to Los Angeles. Let's hope Truth and that 7-Eleven championship don't run out of those last 2 breaths of air.
Yes.
Otherwise,
He's dead.
we're going to have a problem.
That's usually what happens when you run out of air.
We're going to have a problem. The 7-Eleven championship will be no more. And our Truth will be no more.
Yes.
We can't have that.
No.
They bring the comedy and the life to the show. We just... Hopefully Mela figures it out. Hopefully we get some video online of Truth in a box.
Yeah.
He could be like on his phone. He could just film it from his phone and put it up there. That would be hilarious. He's like, "Guys, it's so dark in here. I just got me and my... Wait a minute. Where'd my 7-Eleven championship go?" And it's like slid on the other side of the box or whatever.
Yeah.
It'd be hilarious.
It would be.
It'd be funny. So they should do that. Book it, WWE. Book it.
Then we have...
We make better storylines than they do.
Well, then we do. I mean, most people do. Then we have Firefly Funhouse.
Same segment as yesterday. We have the good old Ramblin' Rabbit jam
Because we need to
with
see it.
eyeballs in it.
We needed to see it 2 days in a row.
Ramblin' Rabbit is dead twice. Three times now.
Yeah.
He's died 2 days in a row. And actually, probably he's died 4 days in a row because they showed that first segment twice. So he's died about 4 times.
So, again, why are they doing this? Why are they showing this back-to-back nights?
I don't know.
It's pointless. This is time you could be filled with doing something else, having other wrestlers involved, and they don't do it.
They could, but they choose not to.
They don't.
So, segment as yesterday. I thought it was good. Seeing it 2 days in a row is a little too much. I don't need to see it 2 days in a row. Then we have the main event. New Day versus Dolph, Dolph, Kevin, and Sami. Boy, oh boy, I almost said Kofi. Kofi's not facing himself. Hold up here. Good match. Big E got a lot of the spotlight just because it was his return, and they kind of would have made that the big focus. Kofi ends up getting the win for the New Day, and yeah, I mean it was a match.
Yes.
So now, AEW Fighter Fest. That's what it's called. Not
Yes.
Fight for the Fallen. AEW Fighter Fest will be. I give up on the
main event, sadly. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Everybody does. No more record scratch Ziggler. Yeah, I noticed that. They did that at Super Showdown, where it was like the record scratch.
Yeah.
Did they do it tonight? Did they do the record scratch? I don't remember. But I like it better without the record scratch. It's like, like right before his music even starts.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro. It's like adding the sound effects to Ricochet's music.
Yeah, definitely.
It just ruins
Pointless.
It just
Not
ruins
needed.
it. So AEW Fyter Fest will be free on the BR Live app. They AEW confirmed that today. You got the scoop here on it last night if you were in our stream. Glenn Rubenstein put up a tweet, and I read Twitter, so there you have it. So now I got a question. This is where we're going to talk about Lacey Evans for just a minute, because last night...
Because she's your favorite wrestler.
No, not really.
And you like talking about her all the time.
I really don't like
you
talking
talk about
her.
her quite a bit for someone that doesn't like her.
I do. But I talk about her because she's not good.
But she's on your mind.
Yeah, because it
Isn't that crazy? That is crazy, isn't it? Someone you don't like is bothering you that much.
Yeah, she really does. And it kind of worries me. But no.
The fact that you think about her worries you, or what?
Yeah, because it's just like, man, just get out of my head, Lacey. Only she's so green and ring. Yeah. So last night, after Raw went off the air, there was a dark match against Becky and Lacey for the Raw Women's Championship.
Bayley.
No.
Or Becky, sorry. Yeah.
I said Becky.
And then Bayley came out, sorry.
Becky, I'm getting to that.
Okay.
Becky versus Lacey for the Raw Women's Championship. The match ends. Becky wins. She retains, of course, because she wouldn't lose it on Raw. That'd be stupid. Especially in a dark match. But Bayley comes out because Lacey's attacking Becky. Bayley comes out from the back to help good old Bex. Now, she starts beating up Lacey, and she goes for a Bayley to belly.
Bayley to Billy?
Yeah, that's her Bayley to belly suplex.
Yeah.
Or the thing. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Just Bayley to belly. That's what I call it. She goes for Bayley to belly. And it's where, you pick her up and you slam her down. Bayley's got to pick the person up to slam him down. The other person kind of has to, work with them, not be a stiff plank. Well, unfortunately, Lacey was a stiff plank, and it looked horrible.
Yeah, it looked bad.
I'm a little worried at this point. I'm kind of... this has been all over Twitter, people saying this left and right. People are starting to get worried with the fact that Lacey has been screwing up so much in the ring. She's botched so many things, and she's just straight up terrible. She will get somebody hurt. She's going to get somebody hurt, and it will be her fault. Because she's not working properly in the ring.
Well, I think one of the issues you have is you put someone in a position they probably shouldn't be in.
You got that right.
She probably... Well, but the thing is, it's not her fault.
It's and yeah.
I mean, it is, but it isn't.
It is her fault, but it's not her fault. It's WWE's fault for not training her properly in the first place. So then somebody does get hurt.
Well,
but it's her fault for not retaining stuff properly, and then not doing something that she knows she can't do, or that if she doesn't give in the extra effort, you know what I'm saying? Because it takes two people to tango. If the Bayley to belly suplex isn't all on Bayley, the other person has to work with her. And if she doesn't do that, she could hurt herself or somebody else.
But here's the thing. An expert says it right there. The fact that she's in the title picture again is
mind-boggling.
There's no doubt it's mind-boggling. The fact that, if someone is struggling the way she's struggling, okay,
they need to help her, but they're not.
Then they need to take her away from, the main event stuff. They need to work with her. They need to pull her out away from those types of things. And obviously, if you keep her in the title shot, you keep her as a main eventer.
But that doesn't matter if people don't want to watch her because she's not good.
But WWE doesn't care. WWE is right now,
well, WWE might not care, but everybody on the internet does.
They do, but what does it matter what we think?
No,
it doesn't
matter what we think. We're not the authority, though they say we are. We're not the authority. We don't decide what goes through. But people aren't going to... This is why people don't want Lacey as a champ. This is why people don't like Lacey. This is why people... They can't respect Lacey. They can't get behind Lacey. She's not good.
Okay,
and
but
she's not getting better.
You're right, but
it's not her fault. It's WWE's fault.
Probably it's Vince's fault more than anything.
You know,
and she definitely needs to go back to the Performance Center and get trained.
I
think she needs to go back and do some work.
She needs to go back down to the Performance Center in NXT for a bit before coming up. I thought she was brought up way too early to begin with. There was a lot of lost time in there where she was just doing her walking up and down the ramp thing that she could have been in NXT training. But she wasn't. She could have been having matches on NXT. But she wasn't. Because they chose to put her in that stupid position where she was walking up and down the ramp. See, I'm like defending Lacey. I'm like, oh, Lacey, she shouldn't be doing this and that. And then I'm like, well, it's WWE's fault. And Lacey is like, blah, blah, blah. Because I see both sides of the story. And I understand both sides. I'm not a Lacey fan,
if you're doing
but WWE has screwed her over.
Right? If you're doing
big time.
If you're doing something,
sorry, had to go.
And they keep putting you in the same position where you're going to be in the title shot, are you going to look to really change anything?
No.
And I don't know if anybody's talked to her or anything like that. I'm sure someone's probably said something to her.
Somebody needs to.
But obviously, if the people up above are not saying anything.
I think, yeah, she was fine in the tag team match, but when they went off the air, it's like they worked real hard to make her look real good in that tag team match because her match with Charlotte sucked last week. It just did. It was horrible.
Yeah, it was bad.
It was like the worst wrestling I've ever seen in my life. And they worked so hard to make her look good in that, but then they did something like, I did see that. Matt Riddle did comment on the Lacey botch. I did see that. He commented on one of the posts that was put up about it, which I did think was funny. I don't even remember what, but they worked really hard to make her look good on TV. But then after that, she does something stupid like that, where she is like a stiff board going through the Bayley to belly suplex, which she can't do. She has to be loose. She has to work with the person. It's just...
She needs some work, obviously.
She does. And
they need to... But WWE, or probably more importantly, Vince needs to see it and not just look at, okay... She's
blonde. She's tall. This is what I want.
She's
Charlotte 2.0.
Well, here's what...
Actually, she's Charlotte 1.0. She's Charlotte Jr.
I think that Charlotte's been out, for a week? 2 weeks?
No, a week.
She was on
TV last week, both SmackDown and...
But she's not getting the big push. She's not getting a lot of talk time and things like that. So
I think
here's my thought. I think probably what's going to happen is Charlotte will come back after Stomping Grounds.
I hope so.
And I think you'll kind of see Lacey fade back. But then you're going to have Charlotte out in front.
As much as I hate Charlotte versus Becky over and over and over and over and over again, they're good matches, and they're something I can bear to watch. That Lacey crap that we had last week...
Yeah, definitely. Glad Cesaro's okay.
Like, I couldn't sit through it. I couldn't sit there without being like, oh my God. This match is horrible. Why is Lacey on TV?
I wonder if, Export, I wonder if they're going to use that to kind of fuel a Ricochet and Cesaro. I know that they've kind of feuded like the last couple weeks and things like that and wrestled several times, but I wonder if they're going to do something with that, with Ricochet and him towards the pay-per-view.
I have no idea, but I don't know, man. I just think I had to talk about that somewhere because I talked to you about this last night, and I was like,
because Lacey's on your mind.
She was, because after watching that last night, I was like, bro, this is the second week that we've seen crap like this, where and then I was like, she's gonna hurt somebody. She's legitimately gonna hurt somebody. It's gonna be her fault somebody gets hurt. It's gonna be Nia Jax 2.0. I'm gonna knock you out in the face situation. It's gonna happen. Somebody's gonna get hurt. And with the fact that she's in a million matches with Becky right now, oh boy, doesn't that worry you just a bit?
Oh yeah, I'm worried.
Okay, well sorry.
See that?
You're not a Becky fan. for people that are like, I mean, yeah, totally. We just gotta pull out the Vince line there because that's his favorite line ever of life.
I think they've given up on a lot of people.
It's just, I don't know. I had to talk about that somewhere because she's gonna get somebody hurt and it's not gonna be good. Like, okay, speaking of Natty, they could have Lacey in a feud with Natty, who's a veteran, who knows what she's supposed to be doing. Not that Becky isn't a veteran, but she's your main event star right now. You don't want to jack up your main event star, okay? You don't. Put her in the ring with Natty or Naomi or somebody like that, and she might get better because they know what they're doing. They can help guide her through the match. They can help her out.
Yes, but that would require to use more than 5 wrestlers a week.
Okay, well, I don't really care. But...
Well, you might not, but obviously
well, they could put her on somewhere. Somewhere. It doesn't have to be... They could be dark matches on Raw and SmackDown.
Why would you have to put them on a dark match?
It could be main event.
You could put them on the show.
You could, but they're not going to. What I'm saying, regardless, no matter where they put her on, they could have her in matches with Natalya. They could have her in matches with Naomi. They could have her in matches with somebody who is more of a veteran, who knows what they're doing, who has been doing this for a long time, who isn't one of your main event status stars, and it'll help her out in the long run. But they don't.
No, they don't. I mean, I agree. There's a lot of things
So it's just frustrating. And like I said, she's going to get somebody hurt, and then it's going to be, we're all going to be like, oh.
Anything else we need to cover?
You. This is absolute garbage. And like I said, with the fact that they're using her with Becky a whole bunch right now, it gets Becky fans real worried that she's going to jack something up so much, it screws over Becky, and then Becky's going to be out with an injury, and then you're losing all your viewers. Sorry, you are. Anyways.
How do you really feel?
Not great.
All right.
The show, sorry. I was like real negative in tonight's show. Just excuse that. Generally that's you. But you know, we just gotta balance each other out every now and again. Shane really screwed the show up for me. Like the SmackDown recap portion, and then I just had to talk about Lacey because, like, you know, I don't like her against Becky.
Yes, we know.
I had no problem with her before that.
Yes.
But I feel like I'm like ripping her to shreds, but then I'm also defending her because it's totally WWE's fault that she's in the position that she's in because they put her there. But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I rip her apart and then I defend her, and it's life. So if anybody doesn't have any further questions or thoughts,
yep, Shane triggered her right away. Right off the bat.
He ruined the show for me.
Boom! The explosion happened and
ruined the literal show. No joke. He screwed it up for me. Opening the show with Shane was a disappointment and a mistake. If it was Miz Tv with anybody else, I would have been fine. But it had to be Shane.
We got anything else?
I don't know, as long as nobody else has any other further comments about Lacey or any other further comments about Shane being so stupid, no, I think that's pretty much it. Or any further questions.
Andrew.
Jeez, I need to get a new water because I ran out of tea. And because I've been yelling so much, I am about to lose my voice. Shane and Lacey, thank you very much.
Can I go on here?
I think I'm done.
Elijah Export.
I just broke the chair again.
Scott. Andrew. And our current.
Oh. I heard 205 Live was pretty good tonight. Yeah, I saw that too.
We'll go back and watch it.
They had another one. Sorry.
Let me get this out.
I'm sorry.
Our current pay-per-view prediction champion, Anthony. To all of you guys,
the
thanks
champ
for
is
stopping
here.
by.
Yeah. No, but sorry, I'm gonna talk again.
Yeah, go ahead.
There was straight fire. No, the 205 Live match, there was a match for, like, number 1 contendership for Nisa's title. So I'm expecting to see that on Stomping Grounds. I don't know who won. I'm pretty sure, I don't even remember who was in the match. Tozawa, somebody else, and Lorcan. Oni Lorcan. I hope he won. I'd like to see him push for the 205 Live title.
We'll have to go watch it.
Oni Larkin, you know, like from Danny Burch and Oni Larkin,
Yeah.
their tag team.
Yeah.
I like him. They're not them as a tag team, not so much. But like, you know, Oni Larkin on his own, he's cool.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just talk a lot. This is why I have no voice.
That's
This is why
because-
we'll be back tomorrow
that's
for
because
NXT recap.
Shane triggered you.
Shane and Lacey, that was it.
To all
Alright,
of you that stopped in, thanks. To those of you that did not chat, that's fine.
Yeah,
Make sure
Chad
you subscribe.
was on 2 of I Live.
Yes.
He was.
Finally. See, at least he's getting TV time somewhere.
Yeah, you got like a 2-second segment on
Yeah.
him tonight too.
At least he's getting, something.
We'll be back tomorrow for NXT
we'll be back tomorrow night.
NXT UK recap.
Everybody, thanks for stopping by. Everybody, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Go tell all your friends about us. Hit the little bell so you know when we go live. Reminder,
so much,
we stream
Elijah.
every Monday after Raw, every Tuesday after SmackDown, every Wednesday after NXT, and after every pay-per-view. I think I hit everything.
Yeah, I need to go get some water, so we're going to peace
Peace
out.
out. See you tomorrow.